And here we are, the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup. That is intermediate men's quadruple sculls. We've got University of Surrey and D.S.R Copenhagen from Denmark.
Go.
Look at that ferocity off the start there from that D.S.R crew in particular. They have really blasted out of the start. I was saying they're heading over a little bit to the booms, but now looks like they are creeping back towards their opposition from the University of Surrey there as they head down to the end of the island.
Well, that was like a firework going off, wasn't it? Almost kind of wiggling with the amount of power that they put down in the first 5 or 6 strokes. They jumped to almost half a length within maybe 10 strokes, and they really are accelerating away now. So it's already a pretty critical time in the race, isn't it, for the University of Surrey? The young men there, 3 of them were beginners just a couple of years ago, and it looks like they have, well, a lesson to be taught here at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that crew from D.S.R Copenhagen, they're experienced, they're under 23s, they've got US college rowing experience, and they really dominated their race yesterday against Henley and UL. But this is quite a performance here.
Well, I think the leader's looking very strong here, and it looks like they've continued to pull away now as we take a look at the Danes here. Nice, long, strong, powerful strokes, some pretty powerful young men sitting in this crew. Look at the way the legs go down like pistons in this crew. That was the way the rocket start was launched, but it's continuing all the way down the course. Real machinery there.
Yeah, and interestingly, you know, big, strong guys, big strokes. They are keeping that rate really high, and they're still moving away from University of Surrey. This is quite an interesting tactic, because usually you've got one eye on tomorrow, you know, what's going to happen in your next race, but looks like they're not going to be satisfied until they've put some serious distance into this University of Surrey crew.
Well, great point, isn't it? And most cases, crews, even in their first race, would sort of think about getting a decent lead like that and then just taking the wattage down a bit. But it does look like their goal has been to really push the race plan. Maybe they've come down a little bit now. They've gone well over halfway now, I think, and so perhaps they are easing off. You can see the stroke rate has dropped down, and they're going to probably just be walking through their race plan, the kind of calls they would make, but not necessarily making the effort. And certainly the stroke rate has dropped now. Looking at the back there of the D.S.R Royal Club from Copenhagen. Beautiful place to be, beautiful place to row at this time of the year. A bit harder in the winter, I should think, but enjoying the Henley sun here.
I mean, that was a really fierce start from Copenhagen here in this quarter-final of the Prince of Wales for the intermediate men's quads. They just shot out there and they didn't really look back, did they?
No, absolutely. And I think a tall order for the young men of Surrey. I think significantly lighter and younger crew there. So it's great for them to be here already in the Thursday of Henley Regatta. But the Danes look very strong, and I think, you know, that's going to be quite an interesting watch through the later stages of the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup here.
Yeah, this crew, presumably this crew from D.S.R Copenhagen, are going to be going on to race in the semi-final against either Glasgow or Reading. Actually, the race is coming down in not too long, so you can keep an eye out for that and see what you think about that matchup in the semi-finals that's going to be happening.
So some great experience here in the Danish crew. Emil Lensig at stroke, his brother Jakob Lensig at 3, Jakob Ranger Hansen at 2, and Bao Magnus Tim. Some under-23 pedigree in this boat, and a really nice race. I think they just put down a very strong marker off the start, rode strongly through to halfway, and then they started to cruise to conserve those big powerful legs for tomorrow. And a contrast, I think, here of power and experience against youth and exuberance from Surrey. Credit to them, for they really have attacked all the way, haven't they?
They have, but you know, it was that really robust rhythm of D.S.R Copenhagen off the start and through the middle. Just walked away from the University of Surrey.
Well, a great win there for D.S.R Copenhagen of Denmark over the University of Surrey as they acknowledge their victory.